want to know how to learn how to develop my press and handstand.
So the drill we went to before, that straddle sit, and we're talking about drag presses before. We do them on the ground, but I want you to do the drag press on the box. So I want you to place your hands on the ground and bring your feet on that box, toes to the edge.
You want them starting on the edge?
Starting right at this edge in the back here. So walk your hands back. So when we teach a press to handstand, we do what's called a drag press. She's in a hollow body position where the shoulders are overneath the hands. And her job right now is to slide her toes together until she gets her hips over her shoulders and lift her feet over her head into that nice beautiful handstand. And then we need to come back down by closing those hips, gently back on the box, and sliding back. So let's do that again. Shoulders lined up, she pulls the hips over, stacks up her body, lines up to a handstand, closes those hips, back down. You can take a break. So you're very good at that. That's easy for you. And you know that when you do that on the ground, it's even harder. So the idea is always to get your hands higher than your feet. Because when your feet are higher than your hands, it's going to be easy on your body. So there's a way to do that with that box. So my makeshift set of parallettes. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you set up like it's smart hands, right? We're going to do the same thing, and this is going to now change the height between your feet and your hands. So put your hands on these dumbbells like they're parallettes. Is that right? And we're going to do the same thing, that same complex. Lock in those shoulders over, feet together. Now drag those hips, feet together. Lock it up. Now come back down to that box. Cool, take a break. So is that a bit harder?
Yeah, a lot harder.
Because that changes the angle of your shoulders to your hip ratio.
So does that make it work more
that makes your shoulders work harder.
Okay.
So that's going to make you press a little bit more, get more muscle improvement. When you get stronger, we're going to raise this height even more and more.
Okay.
Now we're going to do that again because I love this drill, and that's only half the complex. You're going to press up to handstand, and then instead of going back down to the box, you're going to pike down, compress like a pancake, go to an L sit. Okay? So let's do that. So hands are going to be there, shoulders locked up, hollow body. She's going to drag up hips, go right to a full handstand hold, and then she's going to pike down, press her body. You can split. Back down to an L sit. Pull those things up. There you go. Let's do that again. That was it. Now that box is close, so I'll have you come down to a straddle. So this would be the full drill. You drag those toes up, pull that handstand, now split, back down, lift it up, hold that for 1, 2, 3, you got it. Take a break, that's it. So that's one way to work that press.
Awesome.
Cool, how do you like that?
That's great.
Okay.
I've never noticed how you can use CrossFit equipment and substitute for gymnastics equipment.
Oh yeah, you learn how to do a lot of cool stuff. Now what I'm going to have you do is this. When you do this complex, do it in sets with always work with feet together, come down, then feet apart. And never just stick with feet apart or feet together. You want to get both ranges. Okay, now this is part of the equation for that press to handstand. There's one more part of the equation.
Sure.
We need to get back up. Alright, so I want you to do something very, very simple. I'll start with maybe the boxes first, so you understand, and then we'll make it lower and lower. Make it very, very easy. This box here. This box here. It's going to be shoulder width apart, so do me a favor, take your fingertips, put your elbow down. So this is going to be my shoulder width. Let's see what yours is. Bring it a little bit closer. Awesome. Now, you're going to do this. You're going to start with your hands in the middle, feet in front of you. All I want you to do is bring your hips back, slide your toes, lift your hips up like you're doing a press to handstand, and then drop your feet down here. So it's the same drag press, but from the front. So let's do that. So start with your hips fully extended. Open those hips up, squeeze your butt, slide your hips up, like you're lifting your handstand, then down. Good. Do that again. Instead of kicking your feet away from you, keep them here. That'll go. That's it. Take a break. So, see how you have to bring your hips up a little bit? Well, here's the fun. The game that I play is we start raising the height for you to go up. If you're successful, you're getting strong each and every time. When you do this, raise that height and then start landing on that height. When that gets easier, swing it up, land an even higher height. So let's do that again. Let's put a little force through those shoulders, keep those hips nice and open. And don't be afraid to put some power. Up, that's it. Cool.
I like that.
Like that?
Yeah.
Now let's do the second part. This is half the drill.
Okay.
Now we have to go back down and hold an L sit.
Okay. Just start from here?
You're gonna start up here.
Okay.
The full drill is swing up, land your toes on the weight, come back down into an L sit with your feet in the air. Hold that just a few seconds.
Okay.
Ready? Swing it up. Pause. Walk those toes to the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, walk to the edge. Push through your shoulders. Hold that L sit. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath. Cool, right?
Yeah, really
Now,
cool.
so I'm going to spot you for an L sit press to handstand.
Okay.
Just so the audience knows what's going on, what they're working for. So show me an L sit, and we'll go straight to handstand, back to an L sit. From here. Ready? So L sit, press up, together, hold it, back down, close those hips, shoot through. That's it. That way, everyone will understand all these drills, how they slowly build up to this. Cool. Any questions on how to do this?
No, that's great. That's
Awesome.
really cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's it.
So what were we just teaching then?
Developing an L-sit press to handstand. L-sit press to handstand is basic from support position, either on parallettes or set of boxes, or even on the rings with a straight arm movement, lifting up to a pike position, extending to a handstand, back down to an L-sit position.
Is that something only like a gymnast could be doing, or is it
No,
something like
absolutely.
practical to
You know
a
what?
CrossFitter?
In CrossFit we have, well, Greg Glassman quoted world-class fitness in 100 words. And part of that phrase is work on, eat meat, vegetables, bit of nuts, work on your major lifts, deadlift, snatch, clean, jerk. Also your handstands, handstand pirouettes, your press to handstand. This is that press to handstand that he's talking about. It can be done in so many ways. And then the CrossFit Level 1 brochure, they have a press to handstand classified as from the ground, from an L-sit. You can do bent arm, bent body press to handstand. You can do a straight arm, bent body press to handstand, which this was. You can do a straight arm, straight body press to handstand. It's basically shoulder rotation. It's full development of your handstands, full strength. It's one of the best things you can do for any core development. It's something every gymnast needs to have in their repertoire. It is performed on all elements in gymnastics.